Alrighty. Peace, greetings, love, prosperity, abundance to my Patreon family. Happy first of the month, everybody. Hope you guys woke up on the optimistic side in the bed with a pep in your step to conquer this month and get what's yours. All right, guys, we're gonna make sure we stay spiritually ahead of the curve, and we're gonna definitely dive deep as we should in the month of March. All right, guys. So as y'all can see, what I want to kick it off first, we have some celebrity. We have a celebrity breakdown. All right, and guess who's back in the tabs? Guess who's back in the media tabs? Mr. Brother Love himself. All right, so we could just go on, just type on P Diddy and see what's popping up. They still not lying. Internet reacts to Diddy's lawyer claiming two minors in new lawsuit. This 3 hours ago. Lord have mercy. Whoa. Whoa. So they're claiming there's minors. He's involved with minors now. P. Diddy, the American rapper, was sued on Monday, February 26th in federal court by producer Rodney Little Rod Jones. He was accused of sexually harassing, drugging, and threatening Jones for more than a year. Okay, so that came out right this week. The lawsuit also stated that there were screenshots from gatherings hosting at Diddy, both born Sean Combs' homes, along with his son Justin, that had underage girls and sex workers. However, the rapper's lawyer Sean Hawley has now claimed that two of the girls mentioned in court files are now underage. Wow, Lord have mercy. I didn't even see that. But basically, you just type Diddy name in on Google and you see all different things popping up. Diddy lawyer clarifies women in lawsuit photo. Social media personality Andrew Tate asks if Diddy was having sex with Meek Mill. P. Diddy sued for $30 million by rapper who claimed he was sexually assaulted. So he's back in the tabs after the whole situation with Cassie, him being exposed. Now, if you know anything about the industry, you know Diddy is one of the hip hop's quote unquote gatekeepers. All right, he's seen a lot of success through walking through certain doors in hip hop. He's been surrounded by some of the biggest controversial chapters of hip hop. All right. And, you know, a lot is coming out the woodworks when it comes into him. Now, you know, we understand Pluto has moved into Aquarius. That has a lot to do. Pluto has a lot to do with propaganda. Aquarius has a lot to do with narratives in the media, social media, the internet, relationships in general in the world. Okay. Secret society relationships on a societal scale. All right. So that is important to understand. So when Pluto came in there, you could start seeing things being filtered and facilitated through him. Now, another thing about Pluto, it deals with power and control situations. Diddy has a certain amount of power when it comes into hip hop, when it comes into Holly weird. All right. At the end of the day, all these people are at the end of the day, all of them are puppets in some type of shape or form, but he does have some type of power. I'll tell you that much. But are there higher ups he has to answer to? You better believe it. You better believe it. And I'm pretty sure that he just lost track in his ego of how much power he think he has. And a lot of the things that have been protected, that's what you guys have to understand. It's not a matter of, people just trying to come out of nowhere to express these things. No, he's been protected doing a lot of things. He's been protected doing a lot of things. So he may have, bit the hand that fed him. He may have lost track of, who he really think he is, and his ego and his sense of power may have clashed with somebody that's been protecting, with an entity that's been protecting him. Okay, so let's really see what's going on. Let's just pull up. Well, first of all, let's see how old he is to see what perfection year he's in. That'll say a lot. 54 years old. That's the seventh house year. That's the seventh house year, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just make sure. Yeah, I believe that's a house. Yeah. Yeah, 54. So it's definitely a seventh house year. Now guys, I want you to understand something. I don't know if y'all watched my previous breakdown of Wendy Williams, but I spoke a lot about how that Saturn in her first house I know people deal with Placidus and whole signs. I know I like to focus on whole signs. I mean Placidus because it gives, to me, it shows more accuracy when we get to the pinpointed degree of your influence, which I should pay attention to both charts. And when we look at what's going on with Wendy Williams, I looked at that Saturn in the first house. Saturn, authority. Saturn represents authority figures, and it's opposing Pluto and Uranus in her seventh. So, and I broke down the concept of, depending on what Wendy Williams wants to build in her first house in her personal life, what type of structure stability she wants to build through funneling it through her creative aspirations, she will get an opportunity, or will, I don't know if it's opportunity, but will manifest a situation where, whether it's Freemasonry, secret societies, walking through certain doors and making certain agreements in the seventh house, contractual agreements. You know, the seventh house dealing with contracts. Okay. She will get a chance to be able to say, do I want to deal with these people, connect with these people to transform how I'm gaining stability? All right. So listen, guys, let's not act like we're not aware that you can be silenced and canceled in different ways in the industry and in Hollywood. And you know, look at Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was such a conscious athlete, and he used to speak out a lot about things from a conscious perspective. He had a lot of influence. He has Parkinson's. He passed away. He transitioned with Parkinson's, so he could barely talk. My heart, my intuition was giving me that type of feel with Wendy Williams, even though I don't pay attention to how much she may expose or talk, but I seen somebody else highlight the fact that she was exposing and speaking a lot about people like Diddy and whatnot in the industry. Did she overstep boundaries, Saturn boundary? Did she overstep boundaries with how much she was supposed to be expressing and communicating? And they make us believe that everything dealing with the dementia is something that is natural. All right. Can I be reaching? Can I be going overboard? Maybe. But when I see the stars back up what I'm saying, it's a whole different situation. Now, Diddy, with him being in the seventh house here, once again, seventh house, contractual agreements, partnerships. Did he bite the hand with the partnerships of people who protect him? All of this started in this year, in this age. He's a Scorpio from what I know. Okay. So let's pull up his chart. He's a Scorpio. So his birthday, none of this was being spoken about before Scorpio season. I believe it was right in Scorpio season that it started getting filtered out. I don't know why his chart on Astro Team not pulling up. Why the Spanish chart pulling up? Oh, let me just oh, I think this is it. Right, hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Born in Harlem, New York, November 4th, 1969. I'm laughing because he's a Scorpio sun and he was born on a Mars day. Talk about manipulative. Talk about behind the scenes. Talk about power and controlling. Let's talk about it. Guys, first thing that pops up out in my eye. First thing, we know you're a Scorpio sun, but what do I see? The ruler 29 degrees in Capricorn Aquarius. Now, why is this significant based off exactly, especially what I was just saying about him and higher ups? And this coming from a Capricorn dominant myself. 29 degrees is the most experienced degree. 29 degrees is the most experienced degree. We could call it the critical degree, but it's the degree that holds the most wisdom because it accumulated all the experience from the first degree. Doesn't mean it's the most powerful degree in every constellation just because from an experience point of view, yeah, and it's also showing somebody that's closing out cycles, embracing being the one to usher things out based off of their experience, having the having to bear the responsibility of being the experienced one at times. So we can call it powerful and critical, but it comes with a lot of responsibility because it does show some past life manifestation of the experience you gained in that sign. So we know he's a Scorpio sun. We don't have his birth time, but we're going to cook. We're going to cook. Him being a Scorpio sun and the ruler being 29 degrees, being in this Capricorn Aquarius cusp, for one, is showing he's really experienced understanding how to build the infrastructure. That's one. Two, he's gonna be able to manifest a lot of behind the scenes opportunities to help build his infrastructure. Three, he's a Scorpio. Shared resources of others being able to be built, being able to be used to build a foundation in his life. He can utilize other workers and employees to build a personal foundation in his life. This doesn't have to be manifested negatively, guys. This don't have to be manifested negatively. This could be in harmonious exchange. This could be in harmonious, mutual relationships with others. You placing intention, Mars, into, your passion about building something in your life in some type of shape or form, maybe some type of brand, bad boys, some type of, navigation you're trying to experience within an industry, within a company, within some form of business, in some type of way. And then you're manifesting other people that are as passionate as you, that want to help uphold what you're building, want to be a part of the foundation you're building. So yes, I'm pretty sure, especially in early stages of his career, I'm pretty sure, now I know his passion for structuring and building and branding was everlasting. He was a Scorpio, but the ruler being in Capricorn is exalted there at 29 degrees. So he wants to capitalize in his lifetime off of all the experience he done built, understanding how stability and infrastructure works in this realm. But with it being 29 degrees, that comes with you having to be righteous or manipulative, because you can take advantage being the experienced one. So what happens when you come into contact with somebody that's not as experienced with understanding how agreements are being taken advantage of with navigating business, navigating an industry, what happens when they don't have that experience? You can take advantage here. What is the Capricorn Aquarius cusp about? We know Capricorn is the program, is the blueprint. We know it's feminine, it's earth, so it's more so internalizing how it's going to structure and build something. We know Aquarius is how we work that blueprint through the relationships. With any planet right there in that cusp is going to have a great insight on how to connect something that's they're trying to structure and build to others out in the world, understanding what communities, what different minds out in the world can receive this energy and is likely to receive this energy. And he has Mars there. Okay, so once again, very passionate and intentional since day one on capitalizing on the experience he has from past lives, understanding how to rally up influences out in the world, certain associates to help uphold the blueprint, something he's structuring, guys. And he has the power to uplift them too, though. He has the power to uplift them. So I'm pretty sure when it came to a lot of artists, maybe like Biggie and a lot of those early bad boy artists may have had such a great way of empowering them, make them, placing some level of belief in them for them to feel like that they could, transform their lives through building and structuring with him. So yes, he does have strong motivational influences as well. He can help other people feel like they can build things in their life that they wasn't capable of building. Aquarius, relationships out in the world, societies out in the world. So when I talk about protection, guys, when I bring that up, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a Leo rising. It's giving Leo, take that. Always dancing, flashy. Yo, I would not be surprised if he's a Leo rising and got that Aquarius in the 7th house. Lord have mercy. Brother Love. Don't know if that name is suitable. All right. But yes, that Mars and Aquarius starts, Mars in that Capricorn Aquarius cusp, Aquarius honing in on societies in general. We don't know. All right. I know. I want to say specifically which group, this, that, and third, but there's definitely some higher ups that is protecting been protecting this man. Okay, so we got that going on. Let's look at the activity. Mars trine Pluto, powerful. Guys, when it comes into certain place, when I tell y'all powerful placements, we have to be wise on how we utilize them. Because first of all, we have to be wise. We have to be aware about how they may be controlling us. And first of all, because with a lot of power, it's hard to manage it at times, and we have to learn how to manage it. And when we're talking about controlling, Mars and Pluto are very controlling. He has them in a trine. He got Pluto. Oh, it's not in the cusp, but it's 26 degrees, late degrees of Virgo. Virgo, putting things in position, regiment, scheduling, organizing, Earth, business, Mercury is mercurial sign. When we talk about being able to have the insight, the intuition on how to manipulate the minds of others for positive or negative, in a positive or negative way, can manipulate the mind for somebody to believe that they can manifest certain things, a sense of stability in their life from building and structuring things in this way of following some type of format, following some type of direction. And he has an influencing Mars. We just spoke about how powerful Mars and Pluto is. What breakdown that was in the current transits, just in the current transits when Mars and Pluto, we had the Mars and Pluto conjunction in Aquarius. Mars, short-term passions, right? Intention, energy, transformation, but on a short-term scale, moves quicker than Pluto. Pluto, long-term passions and goals, dealing with the psychology of shadow work, getting to the intention, right? Or getting to the meats and potatoes, getting to the core of the subconscious to see what attachments lay here, especially dealing with desire energy. Mars trine Pluto can access their desires. They can access their desires, so they actually need to learn how to use this energy, this power to transmute, to navigate the subconscious of themselves and others to help heal and not, overwhelm themselves in the name of desires because they access them quick. And seeing this alignment, Pluto being late stages Virgo, and that 29 degrees cuspy Mars, he was seeing how he can manipulate energies short term to manifest his long term gains, especially being a moon in Virgo. Pluto in the sign of his moon, what do we know the moon is? Where you feel the most comfortable. So if he's going to be able to use Mars energies, right, and work them through society in general, work them through other associates, work them through his own personal blueprint, Capricorn, Aquarius cusp, to help support his long-term gains, Pluto and Virgo, but Virgo's his moon sign. Yes, he will use people here and there in a short-term sense in order to make sure he's good long-term. Have we not talked about how his artists have all been fucked dealing with him? He just gave his artists royalties and they were worth nothing in 2023. But he's personally stable, though. He's personally stable. So Pluto in the same sign as your moon has to be careful how you dive into a manipulative energy in order to stabilize your moon instead of leaning on the positive side or doing shadow work, letting go of ego, dealing with attachment, or having to, influence the subconscious of others for your personal gain, and being able to influence your own subconscious to be free of things and with attachment in the first place, so you don't feel the need to do all these extreme things. Pluto middle name, Mars middle name, extreme things in order to feel stable. So it gets real. It gets real dealing with this brotherly love of a guy. Okay, we ain't even say nothing about this Uranus in Libra yet. We ain't say nothing about that. We ain't say nothing about all the different type of. See, guys, we're gonna get there. Let's look more. Let's look at the rest of the Mars activity. Where's the squares at? Mars square Mercury and Saturn. Okay, so he has Saturn now. Okay, now look at this, guys. He got Saturn and Taurus, right? Learning how to restrict how you deal, learning how to place restrictions on yourself, and learn how to discipline things when it comes into your value, when it comes into pleasures of the physical realm. Taurus has a lot to do with the pleasures of the physical realm, the pleasures of drinking a drink and then making it feel good, eating something and making you feel good, sex, anything that you could connect to in a physical way and it makes you feel good. All right. Then we have our value system, self-esteem, monetary gains. This person has to be patient, building things up while also understanding Saturn, I use how to use their value in order to build stability and security. So I'm pretty sure he's learned how to use his value in these different type of ways, especially uplifting the self-esteem, implanting positive self-esteem in others so they could believe in themselves, but so they could eventually just carry out what responsibility he needs them to carry out. But he has Mars squaring